Thanks for joining into the SEN show on the Schmoedown Entertainment Network, produced in partnership with Skybound Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and there we go. It is SENLive. It is perfect. It is nice. It is wonderful. It is Thursday. It is 11 a.m. We are, oh man, I'm so excited. I've been planning out this 400th episode. 400th episode. I was waiting, and by that I just realized it was 400 about 5 minutes ago, and Alex said, hey, it's 400 episode. Anything planned? No. But what I will tell you is this. If you watched the Goofball show, I thank you. I thank you kindly. And we made an announcement on that show today, and I will transfer it over to this show here today. So, as we mentioned to you before, there's going to be, I know that there's like a mix. It's like a mix of people and what you guys think of what has kind of happened over the last year with SEN, right? How has it started? There are some people who really love the interaction and the Schmoebots and being involved with the crew and being able to do the impressions and pranks and all that stuff. And we love that also. But there's also another pocket. And I will be fair to say that I fall into this particular pocket also, as much as I love the first part of it too, that misses the straight up conversation without interruptions. As you know or may not know, it is very hard these days in YouTube, unless you are backed by a corporate sponsor or have big sponsors in general for a corporate company or backed by big sponsors, to make money on YouTube. And then people started the super chats and the Streamlabs and all that type of stuff. And then, you know, as this business starts to change, and everybody started doing Streamlabs and super chats, and what we want to do is we want to make sure that our crew is taken care of, and that's why we're continuing to do I think SENLive will still be the name of the show itself and the interaction and all that, but we also wanted to make sure to give you guys conversation shows, and that's where the first experiment of Goofballs came in. People seem to really be liking this straightforward conversation and then firing into this particular show. So what we're going to do, as I announced today, we're going to have two separate YouTube channels. The first channel will be this channel, and it will be the Schmoedown related channel. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Well, Tuesday would be backstage. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday would be the Schmoedown matches, and it would be everything Schmoedown will live on this channel. The SEN channel will be a brand new show that'll start at either 9:30 or 10 o'clock every morning and go until 11 in a straight up conversation. We're going to rely on you guys to subscribe to that podcast feed, and it'll probably still be the SEN podcast feed as it is, but we're going to have you guys subscribe there. And from like 9:30 or 10 o'clock to 11 every morning, minus the Thursday, which would be Goofball show, would be this show. And it'll be definitely one topic, comedy, people in studio. And that's the other thing to reiterate, is that it will be people in studio having those conversations, and we're going to ease into it. My goal is anywhere between August and September to try to get this going. And then from 11 to 12, the digital team will be on that channel right after, and that will be SENLive, and that will be, as I'm taking a huge risk. We're still going to do the donations and the Schmoebots and all that from 11 to 12, but we're gonna lean on you guys to say, hey, what did you think of the first part of the show? What do you want to do? What kind of impressions? Have some fun, all of that. And then Sith Council, IG show, all those shows will move to that channel as well. And so it'll be the SEN channel and then the Schmoedown channel. So we're gonna have two separate channels in general. So that's what we're doing. That's how we're gonna be making it work. So that's the goal, because I still think, and look, I have no problem saying this. I believe, to be as honest as possible, I believe that people are tired of the digital age. I think people are tired of seeing people just staring in front of their computers talking. It's why at one point this show was doing 1,000 to 1,500 people watching, and now there's fucking 220 people watching this right now, and it's frustrating to say the least. But it's also understandable. So I think by combining the two, you allow people to say, okay, look, this is what you're doing. You're having those things that I was missing. You either the things that you liked about the show are going to be back from that first part of it. And well, I don't get to interact. Well, you still get to interact from 11 to 12. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're asking you guys to make sure you subscribe to the podcast feed and do all that. And please help to the experiment today. Throw those Schmoebots in there today, man. $20 will be the just whatever you want to say. Interrupt the show. Give us some thoughts. If you watched Goofball today, please give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on the overall plan. I want to hear you guys today. Interact with us, please. Show us that this experiment is something that we should actually go for and try. And then the $25 donation, you just do an impression. Anything that you don't want us to do. Kate's going to be on at 10:30, by the way. People have been asking. She'll be in at 10:30. Steph's out for today and tomorrow. But that's it. What's that?
11:30.
11:30. What? Oh, 11:30. Oh, wait. Yeah. Why isn't Kate here? She should be here. It's 10:30. What the hell is she? She's not on today? Can you text her, Alex? What's going on?
I will.
What's going on with Kate? Why isn't she here?
Come on,
Yeah,
Kate.
normally 10:30, but yeah, where is it?
You can't do that, Kate.
You can't do that. So anyway, let's get the Schmoebot going. It is on. So make sure you go to streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. Check that out. And Alex, let's get right into this topic because this is kind of something that we're going to be doing also. Is Creed 3. Michael B. Jordan is going to be directing Creed 3. I wonder why they didn't bring back, was it Stapleton? Who did the second one?
I will look that up. I don't remember off the top of my head.
And then because Coogler did the first. I wonder why they didn't bring back the second one. So go ahead and put streamlabs.com/Schmoedown. Let's talk about this story here, Alex. Hit it.
Stephen Capel Jr. directed the second one.
Close.
So he's not coming back for this third one, but yeah, Michael B. Jordan will be directing it, and they just cast Jonathan Majors in a role. Not sure exactly what. Talked about it a little bit as it broke yesterday, but what's your perspective on this, Kristian? Who do you think he'll play? People think maybe Mr. T's son. Do you think they should do another legacy thing? What do you think about Jonathan Majors?
That would be fun. His Clubber's son. I mean, I think that people will start saying, "Oh, everything's got to be tied in," but I think that that's kind of a good gimmick to do. Like everything, like the first one, Adonis is tied into Apollo and have to connect with Rocky, and the second one, it's tied in with Drago and it connects that way. Because remember, though, the only reason why I don't think it'll be Mr. T's son is because Stallone's not in this one. So, and with Stallone not in it, not tying it back to Clubber Lang could be, well, yeah, your trainer fought my dad and he beat him. Where is he? I want to talk to him. He's not on set for this one. Oh, all right. Well, what's our beef then? I don't know. We'll figure it out in the writing process. Okay, let's fight. So I am very much looking forward to Creed 3. And as much of a big Rocky fan and Stallone fan that I am, I actually like the idea of them not needing him in this one and going out on their own to say, okay, Adonis has proven himself in 2 films already. We're with him. We're on board. What do you think, Alex? How are you feeling about this?
Well, I've only seen the first Rocky, and that was only, 2 months ago. And, of course, I love the 2 Creed films. I am excited to see Jonathan Majors. He's going to be the villain in Ant-Man 3 as well. That'll be coming out just a few months after this movie comes out. So he's going to be blowing up again because he was just in Lovecraft Country and getting some recognition there. I'm not a big fan of the legacy thing. I hope he is a completely new character just because he doesn't have to be weighed down by another character's legacy that may or may not matter within a bigger...
See the third one. How do you know if it ties in or not?
Well, yeah, that's why. I'll watch it. I'll watch it for you and let you know.
Thank you. But I will say I take umbrance with that, young fellow. I take umbrance because the question is, how do you say, well, I don't want it to be legacy if you don't know if it ties in because you've never seen the third one?
Yeah.
That's fair. But I don't know. I maybe by the time this comes out, then I'll have a more.
Boy, this just got
more formed
super
opinion.
heated.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
Well, don't worry. Alex will win an award for this
Best take
Best
on
back
Rocky.
ever.
Yeah.
So Brett, I'll tell you this. You know that experiment I talked about we as long as we rely on our podcast and we can keep the donations going. You know how much donations we've come in for Schmoebots so far?
Oh gosh.
Big fat zero, Brett. Big fat
Dennis
zero.
stepfather
This
donated
experiment is,
$20.
no,
Kate.
everything I said in the beginning of the show,
can't.
forget it. We're going to
We're
be doing
both
2-hour
married.
shows
Kids, but
on
you get
digital
me every
with
time.
Streamlabs and
That
robots
look in
for the
your
rest.
eye.
And even if
That
36
smile.
people are watching.
Oh, that lovely
So
smile.
that's what we'll do.
Okay, fine.
Nobody cares.
But last time.
Nobody gives a shit. So that's what it is. Streamlabs.com/Schmoedown. Throw in some. Call us fucking fart assholes for God's sakes. If you want, just throw it in there. Say hello, fart assholes. Start each Schmobot with fart assholes. I challenge you, and then we'll How have you guys been doing with the impressions thus far?
We did, last time I was on, we didn't have impressions. We did Roxy's. What was it? The alien. How was her scoring? Was arbitrary, right? Wasn't it arbitrary,
alien?
Yes,
that was a lot of fun.
Oh, there was a Schmobot that came in. Malcolm, no, I did not hear it.
Oh,
can we see if we can replay?
Okay. When I launched Skype this morning, it crashed and then defaulted all of my settings. But I think I know how to fix this.
Okay.
I will read it to you guys, though. The audience heard it, but we just had $20 come in from Den's stepfather that said, "No, Kate, we can't. We're both married, kids. But oh, you get me every time. That look in your eye, that smile. Oh, that lovely."
I mean, maybe we should
fine.
have a Schmobot to say that.
yeah. That would have been. Funny.
Where is Kate, by the way? Does anybody know?
Yeah.
She hasn't texted me back. She wasn't on yesterday either. So we'll see. She said she was on a staycation, so maybe it was
She told me she was coming on today.
She got the link, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the first one. Thank you. So, Brett, at the very least, we're aiming for about $800 today. We made 20. So there you go. So we're crushing right now. Okay. So keep on going there. Brett, do you care about this? Have you seen the other Creed movies?
I have not seen the Creeds. I've seen the Rockies. I do want to see the Creeds. I hear that they're wonderful, but no, I have not seen the Creeds. Are they both good, or would you say that?
Yeah, they're both really good. I think I like the first one better. I think that I think Coogler, I think Kill did a good job, but I think Coogler did a great job. I think Coogler understood it just a little bit better, but still really good.
Yeah, I think Assassins wasn't great, but yeah, the other two are good. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, no, I got it. I was trying to let you out of it. Man.
The chat will love that, I'm sure. They're going to love that joke.
Yeah, Travis, I know now that I was talking. It's because Malcolm just said.
Oh, yeah, listen to the applause.
Yeah. Are we still talking over Schmobots, apparently? Is it still happening? Yes. Yeah, we have. We had two more. I'll read them while so we had one. It was Ben Rayner. Hey, hard asshole. Love this new plan, Harloff. Great goofball episode. Harloff and Brett, just curious. Will it always be pre-taped or will it be live eventually? Could we get Eartha Kitt and Richard talking about which Rocky movie is the best? Is it Rocky 4? All right, so Eartha Kitt and Richard talking about Rocky. Which Rocky movie is the best? All right, Brett, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, listen, Eartha, I gotta be honest with you. I was doing a full deep dive into the Rocky franchise the other day on the HBO Max, and I gotta be honest, my favorite one's not even on the app. It's Rocky 5, because there's a lot of street fighting going on, and honest Philadelphia talk. I'm not from there, obviously, but we can put on a hat and dance if you want, Eartha.
That's a strange take. I haven't heard many people say they love the fifth one. The fourth was the best for me because it was basically a James Brown music video, and I love James Brown.
I'm a little different, Eartha. You're going to learn that about me as we spend more time together. I'm a little against the grain. I'm the guy that when they say jump, I go to sleep.
Oh, you're a feisty little devil, aren't you?
You got no idea. One time I was out and about, and I got involved with a lady not too far off in your neck of the woods when it comes to the years, and someone said, I was rolling around with her in the mud, and someone said, Someone said, hey,
Queefor_Sutherland
what are you doing? You
donated
rolling around with that old ladies?
$20.
And I said,
Hey,
no, I had
Kristian
a
and
fight
Brett
in the bar.
loved the Goofball show for the first 2 episodes.
What
Been.
was going on with the squirrel when this was happening?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I had a pet squirrel that I brought with me inside of the bar, and he was doing a dance, and he was kind of sidetracking the thing. He's kind of like Abu the monkey. He was going in there stealing chips and coins and whatnot, and the bartender didn't like that so much, so he slapped the squirrel in the back of the tail. And I said, "You don't fucking hit my monkey or my squirrel or whatnot." And then I fought him. But tell me about the dolphin that you rode to Jersey that one time.
Well, I rode the dolphin to go see Staying Alive, which I actually changed my mind as my favorite Rocky movie.
And whatnot, and the bartender with him and
You
his
guys,
fur.
did my prank work? Did my prank work where I
Did you
pretended
forget about the show?
did I pranked you guys where I was building my kid's bed and forgot? But were you guys did you feel pranked?
Did you forget about the show?
Did you? But was the prank good?
Did you forget about the show?
Was it good? Is it possible that you were just really involved in building a bed for your kid? Because he, after being in a hotel, said he wants a big kid bed now, and you just lost track of time until Alex and Saul.
Alex, okay.
Yeah,
And
Alex was like, "Hey, yeah," and then Saul's like, "Kate, not a prank. They're looking for you."
We got another. So the Schmoebot has been coming in, so they can hear it. Then Malcolm, we just can't.
Kid,
And we can't hear you either.
because he, after being in
You're
a
muted.
no. Oh no.
Oh,
You
great.
just lost
So
track
he's
of time.
recording. Oh, there you go.
Alex and
There you go.
Saul.
Alex, okay.
Yeah,
And
Alex was like,
Right. So they can't hear it when it comes in. So okay, well we got an issue here because we gotta figure this out. So
Gangbusters is
let's
what they
do-
call it.
but how well wasn't my prank really good, guys? I got you all.
it was good. But
got
look,
you all, guys.
How bad will I screw things up if I go to large grid? Because I can't see anybody that's free.
So
well let me address Ben's start. Will goofballs be pre-taped? Yes, they will be pre-taped because one, we want to be able to Brett and I talked about this yesterday. We don't want to kind of pigeonhole ourselves where we have to be done in an hour, because if we have a good conversation that Brett comes over at like 8:30 in the morning and we just start bullshitting, and then if it's like, oh, we just went an hour and a half, or shit, even when we go 2 hours, it's like, okay, well, let's just put the show on at 8, so that way we don't, or 9, that way we don't step on the toes of SEN, because we want to make sure that we can do that. So that's why pre-tape. And when we do the other show, which I do have a name for, but I don't want to release it yet, but that will kind of be the same thing. And the other reason why is because we can pre-tape episodes, we can do certain things, we can have them ready to go, and then that's why SENLive will continue to be live and will be that after show for you guys to get involved. So yeah, and here's the one from Queefor_Sutherland. Hey, Kristian and Brett, love the Goofball show for the first 2 episodes. This is what I've been missing. I would prefer having full 2 hours of no movie talk and goofing around, but get it to make money. Here's to hoping sponsorships can help sustain. I mean, that's the main thing. Look, like I said, we're making a massive, this is a massive risk.
Carl
By cutting
donated
the show
$25.
in general, because
Does anyone
as
do
I
a
mentioned to
Pee
you
Wee
guys, the
Herman
donations
impression?
that go,
Would love to
contrary
hear
to
the Sam Jackson
the
Ezekiel
stupid assholes who
25
think that all this money goes to my pool, it goes to everybody being able to get paid. It goes to crew. It goes to the other shows that we can do. It combines like everything. The salaries that we have. It combines everything. So I had to look at it and say, I want to put on our shows. I want to be able to have conversational shows that the audience is missing. I'm missing the days that what we did, whether it was on Schmoedown or Colorado Live. Like we've taken a hit with that when it's come to this format, but it doesn't mean that this format isn't also a lot of fun. So why not do both? But then when I said, well, we're gonna have 2 shows a day, then we should definitely move to a different YouTube channel, and SEN will be its own thing. I also think it'll help the algorithm, to be honest with you, too, because I think there's just too much content on this channel, and it's confusing. You're here for Schmoedown or you're here for SEN stuff? What are you here for? If it's both, then but you subscribe to both, and the podcast stuff. That's the main thing. But let's keep. I don't know, Malcolm. What's the fix here? Because there's another There's another one that came in. Let's see, donation history. Read another one. This was from Carol. Does anyone do a Pee Wee Herman impression? No, that's the thing, Carol, is that whoever you want to do the impression, doesn't matter if we do it or not, we're going to do it. That's the impression. So anybody out there, yeah. So when you're out there, for the $25 you put, if you want Kate to do an impression of Kanan from Rebels, which she probably has no idea, would be amazing. So that's what this whole thing is. So I would love to hear the Sam Jackson Ezekiel 25:17 speech from Pulp Fiction, but as Pee-wee. If not, can you please do it as Elmo? Brett or Kristian wants to take it as Arnold or the Mad Hatter. Take that as well. Love you guys. I mean, I'll definitely try. I can try the Ezekiel as Mad Hatter. I think that'd kind of be funny. Can you send Ezekiel speech, Alex? And I'll make sure to check that out for sure. And before we do that, let's get candid, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get candid, because you've heard about it, you've talked about it. Now you're going to talk about it less. You're going to be happy. Why are you going to be happy? Because a lot of people are unhappy with their smile, and you don't have to be. There are thousands of people who have used Candid, which is the clear, comfortable, removable, and practically invisible aligners to help straighten out your teeth. And those people who have used it, they love their smile. And Candid is here to help you straighten your teeth so you can fall in love with your smile too. Treatment is prescribed and closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who is an expert in tooth movement. You'll have the same quality of care you'd get from an in-office orthodontist from the comfort and convenience of your own home. The average Candid treatment is just 6 months. You'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. There are some people. Listen to Justin M., what Justin M. says from Atlanta, Georgia. He said when he was younger, he used to have a gap in the front and on the side, and he noticed that people would always look at his mouth first, so he was looking for a fix. Candid ended up being the perfect company for him, and he can't stop him. You can't stop Justin from smiling now. There's absolutely no comparison. So here's what you need to do. You want to become your best you? You start straightening your teeth today. Right now, you can save, how much you think? $75. That's how much on a Candid starter kit. Go to candidco.com/SENLive and you use that code SENLive. That's candidco.com/SENLive, code SENLive. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 on your starter kit. It is candidco.com/SENLive and use that code SENLive. Do it. Let the English see you do it. Let's see. I saw that we had that Ezekiel speech. It just popped through. There it is. All right, I'll do it. So Brett, you want to be scared for a second? Just be scared. Wow, you go. Shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly the what? Oh, his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. Hello, children, and I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger. Those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers and the March Hare, of course, and will know my name is the Lord. Oh, I'm a Lord now. When I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Okay. What's that all mean?
Perfect. Okay.
Can you imagine if that was what like a priest at a church sounded like? I would actually go to that church. I'd be like, this guy.
Hey, did you finish Mayor yet?
Yes.
Kate? Great, wasn't it?
I was a little disappointed.
Oh, get out of here. Really?
What?
Yeah. Dickie called it all.
I liked it.
I liked it. I'll tell you what. Her acting has. She's the best actress of our time. I mean, she really. And like how real she was in this. Like I don't know. I loved it, but like I don't know. I thought there would. It seems like okay, not to give any spoilers, but it seems like the baby daddy, quote unquote.
Yes.
For some guy, like that's a guy that like pulls a gun on someone. And like, but he's just, and like, it turns out his motives are just really good. I'm like, that's a little inconsistent. Like a guy that's going to pull a gun.
Though, it's so hard to talk about without spoiling.
I know.
Teenager.
But I don't, stop that. Who said that? Stop that.
I said he's a teenager. He's young. He doesn't know. Doesn't know shit.
Hey, what are you doing? You spoiling stuff?
No.
Oh.
No, he's not. He's talking about the baby daddy.
Yeah.
I'm confused. All right, let's just stop this because we're walking into spoilers and I don't like it. I don't like it. Kate, did you hear my new announcement?
No.
We're gonna take 2 YouTube channels. We're going to do this channel is going to be the Schmoedown channel, and then we're going to do an SEN channel where the new morning show will air from either 9:30 to 11 or 10 to 11, depending on how the show goes. And then 11 to 12 will be the SENLive show, which will be this show, digital, talking to, getting those donations, talking to people, impressions, Schmobots, interaction with the fans, and then we're going to really rely on the podcast feed. So that's kind of the new thing.
Oh, awesome! So for the audio listeners, is that a bit that you finally like, or like what do you feel like? Is it like, are you into that bit yet?
I did it on the first Goofball show. Did you know that?
No.
Stole that shit from you. Said it was mine.
It's actually Brett's.
Fucking rat. So we got that's the other thing. So this is the pressure. I mean, I'm under the pressure right now. From 11 to 12, this is the pressure that the digital team is going to be on from 11 to 12 every day, is trying to hit. The goal is going to be 400. That's the goal to try to hit. And at the moment, we are at a big stinking 106. Woo! So we need to hit, about 300. We need to about 300. And you throw the super chats in there if you want. Any questions that you have. Like I said, this is good. We're taking the idea of this interaction show. We've got to get the audience used to it also. So any questions you have, you look at it as like a Q&A. So start firing in those Schmobots and ask us some questions. Ask if you have questions about the new formats, the new plan, the new idea, go ahead and throw those in now. And even though, like I said, today we're trying to hear them. And Malcolm, can you hear them when they come in? You look at it as like a Q&A. So start firing in those robots and ask us some. All right, so let's do it. Let's do an experiment. Malcolm says that we can hear them now. So somebody throw in a Schmobot, and I'll tell you if we can hear it. And we'll keep. There is somebody.
The Schmobot will not be refunded.
It will not. But there is someone had put in one that says, Justin Square said, "Hey, happy almost Friday, SEN crew." So Facebook reminded me that it's been 3 years since the Shire Wolves versus Team Action live event. That's pretty nuts. Do I have any behind the scenes stories that you can share about that event or the first live event? I mean, the first thing was getting everybody there and going over the Horseman moment in the beginning. Like, we rehearsed it a bunch, and remember, Dan Merle had not returned yet to the Schmoedown. He had been gone for a while, so we snuck him in through the back.
You had been coordinating all that, yeah.
You did coordinate it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And it was funny because at that point, like, Mara wasn't like the big Schmoedown star that she was today, right? So it was like we like put Dan and Mara, and we snuck him in through the side, and we had like this whole big moment. It was a lot of fun, and going through it and getting like the hoods and having, because it was great because there was supposed to be like this intimidating thing about them. At the end, it did turn into that, but when we rehearsed it, like, John Rocco was wearing like shorts, and it did not look intimidating at all. It looked like my dad in the backyard, like, but so that was it. But at Jolly Junior 92 with the big super chat says, "Hey Brett, I don't know if you remember me, but I was the guy you met in the beer line at the Prophets of Rage show a while back.
Hey.
You're pretty new to Schmoes at the time, so I was wondering, was I your first fan interaction?" You've told this story about that guy.
Yeah. It wasn't the first, but it was one of the first. The first ones was strangely coming out of a movie and going into like a yogurt place at the somewhere or whatever, and some guys said, "Hey, aren't you on the?"
Ask you guys a serious question, and I'm sorry if this gets too serious, and maybe everybody's not used to it, but why does Netflix show those stupid fucking previews instead of an actual trailer when you turn on the thing? Like, when you're scrolling through and you stop.
I know you didn't want this show to be political.
I know,
Yeah.
but why? But I don't understand. Like, why? Like, who thought that just some, like, there's some show that I never heard of or ever saw. I'm like, let's see, and it's just two people sitting at a diner from a scene that I have no idea what the hell's going on, because it clearly happens like 45 minutes into the movie. I don't know who either one of these fucknods are, and I'm watching this happen, and I'm like, show me a trailer. What is this show about? I don't. Oh, great, the guy in the red shirt just ordered a fucking omelet. Who cares? Like, why? Like, whose strategy is that? Kate? Is that you?
Come on, Kate.
When Netflix called me in and said, "What do you feel like would be a good use of how can we really monetize our marketing? Like, how can we get the most bang for our buck?" And I said, "Listen, if you want to pull a great prank on Kristian Harloff, it's the long con, baby.
Right.
But all you got to do is show just scenes from a TV show, and this guy will go bananas. And Netflix, they sided with me on this one. They did. They thought, she's
Whatever.
onto something.
She's onto it. She won't even be on the show to hear it because she'll be building a birdhouse in the back. That's fine. Michael Rhett Dingus. Hey, first time listening live since the end of April because of work. I was moving brush and working with Greenhorn at work, and I broke my wrist and I have to have surgery to have a metal plate in it. Oh man, I'm sorry. How's Clone Wars going, Kate? Sorry, can't donate more. Anything that you guys can donate is more than enough. And as I said before, we just by crunching in this hour now, we're trying. And it also it lets us know though, if you're able to put those Schmoebots in, it lets us know that if you want us to do this experiment, if you want us to stay in the 2 hours and just have the Schmoebots interrupt everybody all the time, then that's something we'll consider doing also. Just let us know. So
Clone Wars.
Yes.
The problem is that my son's TV time is in the afternoon, and Kristian, Brett, anybody else who's a parent, what happens if you sit down in the afternoon?
You go to sleep.
You go to sleep. You don't go to sleep, Kristian? If you sit down, you don't ever sit down, do you?
No. I mean, except right now, but I mean, not for no, what I also don't get is any sympathy from anybody as far as like when I'll be doing this. And like yesterday, my day was drive somewhere, go look at something, come back, have phone call meetings, this, shoot something, figure something out, program, emails, conversations, phone call, and then an hour long, get into the house, eat dinner, then help the wife with the cleanup, get the kid in the bath, do this, do that, boom, boom, boom. And then it's 9 o'clock, and it's as if I ran 6 marathons, and just like with my wife, who, by the way, works as hard as me, if not harder, with all the shit that she does with 2 kids all day long. But you're in the back talking movies, sitting on the computer. I'm like, okay, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing.
You're like, you're forgetting I also make fart jokes.
That's right. That's right. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how much energy it takes out of you when you go like this?
Yeah.
All right, nobody.
But doesn't it warm your heart every morning waking up and seeing that 6 people or 10 people disliked a video before it even started? Doesn't that just kind of like?
But Brett, there's something fucking weird, dude. Because like last week, the same thing. Like when I put it on like the waiting room. Brett's talking about goofballs. So when we put the goofball waiting room up last week, there was like 14 dislikes before it went up, right? And then when it premiered, there was no dislikes. I don't know if that's just something YouTube just says, these are idiots and they're just doing that. But same thing happened today when it started. Like people had, trolls come in and did whatever they did, and then it went away. It was really weird. I don't understand.
Maybe it's like my old rating system. They start out, they're saying, I'm going to hate this, prove me wrong.
Yeah, but I'm actually going to be responding to, that's the other thing that we've been doing. We're responding to all of the comments on Goofballs. And we titled it Bears, Aliens, and the Ultimate Warrior. That was episode 2. So please go and check that out and leave a comment and do everything that you need to do. All right, so we're
at like 580 right now?
Yeah, I haven't. No. At the moment, I mean, nobody even heard anything I just said. So, if you are able to, if you're out there, just give us a test on the Schmoebot to see if we can actually hear it before we get into anything else. Because, Brett, I'm nervous that this experiment is not working. Because if we do $100 in donations every day, the show is just going to be me and you for the rest of our lives, and no Schmoedown either. So this experiment is not going well. Okay, so let's try
400th episode.
Nobody cares.
Today's the 400th episode.
I am curious though, and I want to know from the audience. Should we just go to audio shows then too, and just abandon this whole thing too? Because at the point, we've gotten to a place where, I mean, come on, Creed 3 finds a contender, 345 people. I don't understand what's happened in the world of YouTube in general. So like, should we just stop SENLive in general? Should we just do audio shows? Like, what do you guys think as an audience? I want to know. Yeah. So please go out there and Schmoebot and let us know, put in a Streamlab, tell us what you think. Very curious. So the next thing I need to know is for you guys to know actually is ExpressVPN.
Oh yeah. yeah.
which we have been loving and been with us for a while here. Have you guys ever browsed in the incognito mode? It's probably not as incognito as you think. And why would it be? Because incognito mode, like the Chrome browser itself, it is a Google product, everybody. It's Google. Google's made a fortune by tracking your movements online. There's even a $5 billion class action lawsuit against the company in California. Nobody knew that. What happened? They accused it of secretly collecting user data. You know what Google said? Incognito does not mean invisible. So how do you actually make yourself as invisible as possible online? ExpressVPN. Turns out that even in incognito mode, your online activity still gets tracked, and data brokers still get to buy and sell your data. One of these data points is your IP address. Data harvesters use your IP to uniquely identify you and your location. But with ExpressVPN, your connection gets rerouted through an encrypted server, and your IP address is masked. Every time you connect to ExpressVPN, you get a random IP address shared by many other ExpressVPN customers. That makes it harder for third parties to identify you or to harvest your data. And the best of all is very easy to use. If you really want to go incognito and protect your privacy, secure yourself with the #1 rated VPN. You go to expressvpn.com/SEN and you get 3 extra months for free. expressvpn.com/SEN. expressvpn.com/SEN. Do it. Okay.
The other question you forgot to ask is, would you guys like to keep SEN, but would you like it to be the Steph Entertainment Network?
It might as well be.
Because
Adrian
let's be honest,
Soto
I think we know how the
donated
vote's going to go on that one.
Hello,
No, but it's tough
fartholes.
though,
Just
too,
want to get
because I
Alex
think, like
and
I said,
Kate's
I have
thoughts
to
on
take
the
this
young
risk.
girl with the
Kate,
bear
I'm telling you,
video.
once you get into the studio and you just have a conversation where, as much as like I said, as much as I love to do these impressions and do everything and have like the interaction stuff too, it needs to be separate, because we've been in so many, like as comedians, you're in the middle of something and you're in the middle of a bit, or even if you're in the middle of an impression. How many times has Brett been in the middle of an impression doing like on the rhythm, and then the Schmoebot comes in and interrupts it? And how many times have we been in a conversation, Schmoebot interrupts, we forgot what we were talking about, and we missed that whole conversation? Like, that's frustrating for us, and it's frustrating for the audience.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, what if we do both? The audience will be excited about it, for they can still interact. And right now, I'm not getting proven right. At the moment, we are at oh wait, no, we are. So I'm not hearing it. So I guess the Schmoebot isn't working.
Malcolm's saying no. Ugh.
All right, then I'm
Guy's
gonna
being
have to keep
dick today.
I'll have to keep reading it. So Adrian M. Soto says, hello, fartholes. Just want to get Alex and Kate's thoughts on the young girl with the bear video. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go. Did you hear about this yet, Kate?
No.
I'm gonna tell you about it. Hold on.
I was really busy pulling a prank on you, so.
No, it's supposed to be 2 bears are running away on top of the fence. I'll tell you the whole thing. Hold on. I'll tell you.
God.
Congrats to 400 shows. Well, thank you. Travis Gilbert, this is the most expensive test I've ever done. No audio. We need Alex's facial reactions. But look, the thing is, I don't think people understand what we're trying to do.
Travis Gilbert donated
we have to try to get the first part of it too. I need the quality content. I need that to come in first.
We need Alex.
And look, if we wind up just doing fucking $200 a day, we're just gonna have to cut back on things, and that happens. It's part of it. It's part of business. It is what it is. So let's keep going. Keep trying to put those in there. I'll read them out, and we'll do some stuff. And we'll do. Yeah, we can. Like you said, even have if it's a $25 and you put in the impression, then I'll read that out of what you guys want to do. But Kate, so here's the video. The video, first off, is.
I think I have seen this. Is this a bear on the back fence?
Yeah, there's a bear walking with its 2 cubs. And then and we talked about it on the goofball today, then 85 dogs come running after this
1,000 dogs. Yep.
Yard. It's crazy. And then what I thought was like a 40-year-old woman, a 17-year-old girl.
She was 17.
She runs in, and the video doesn't do her any justice, because they showed her on the news when she had an interview, and she clearly looks like a 17-year-old kid. But she does like this block and blocks the bear off of the wall. And it's like I just said on the show this morning, Kate, that that she actually was 17, because at 40, you look at those dogs and say, look, you made your choice.
You made your choice.
Yeah.
Sorry, dogs.
You guys started this shit. The bear was just here by itself until you all ran up. Bye-bye. Enjoy being lunch. Yeah, there's no question. 17-year-old, she's the idiot that would punch a bear in the nose. I swear to God, it looks like she
Yeah.
Like,
So
max
Malcolm, if you can hear the Schmoebot when it comes in, just interrupt us and tell us to shut up, because that's the only way we're going to be able to do this, because people are putting it in.
When is the new?
This is actually really. At first, I was like, I don't know if I like what he's doing here, but then I thought about something. Actually, when it comes in, Malcolm, just do what the Schmoebot does. Just interrupt us, like in the middle of it. So Malcolm is going to be the actual Schmoebot. So when it comes in, Malcolm will interrupt. But Malcolm, you got to get creative and start doing some voices and stuff too. So the format starting, I'm looking. We're gonna try to. The first thing we're gonna do, Goofball. It already has started because Goofball is every Thursday morning.
I loved the goof.
Everyone who is liking Malcolm more as the Schmoebot than the actual Schmoebot, raise your hand. Thank you. Because that is the best.
Also, I was like, oh, Malcolm's adding to the converse. Like I thought, but then I was like, no, he's the show. You're like, yeah, the goofballs every Thursday. I liked the goofballs.
Yeah. So Malcolm, just make sure the one thing though, I think that the Schmoebot is actually playing though to them. Ooh. So maybe you should. I don't know what to do. All right, and apparently they can't hear you either. So that didn't. So this is good. They said we can't hear Malcolm. So everything that you just did there was for naught.
You guys, I'm so glad we can see Malcolm. He's in pain today, guys.
Yeah, he was, and because Malcolm just killed it. So they said we just hear us listening. They said they can't hear Malcolm. They can't hear the Schmoebot. Perfect. Poor Malcolm.
Something's going on with Malcolm's setup.
Right. Man. Somewhere Ryan Nielsen is smiling, saying, "Take that."
Got him. This is his long-term prank.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
People are still telling me they can't hear Malcolm. Now, can you hear Malcolm now? And if so, Malcolm, you can. So, did you hear him just now? He just said you still can't hear him. Let's see. We can't. So start singing. Start singing.
Long-term prank.
Yes. And then they'll tell us when they hear you. Nobody can hear you. And if so, Malcolm, you can. No, so it still can't hear you.
Oh.
He just said, "Well, this is
hey, 400 episodes, kind of like the first one."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's riddled with tech issues.
So here's what I'll do. I'll read.
Do you want the SD cards? Yes. Malcolm, do you have SD cards?
Let me do. I'm going to read both of them though too, because I don't know what they saw. Queefer Sutherland said, "When is the new format starting?" And the answer to that question is, we had started already with Goofballs. The test was with Goofballs, and to make sure that we could do the actual conversation, get people involved in it. Happy with the first episode. It about 8,000. I would have been, would have liked to hit it to 10, but hopefully more people will start hearing about it on this show and other shows, start checking it out and seeing, because the reason why you should check the Goofball show out is because then the next experiment is to try to get a third person in, and it would be a show that we would start. I mean, hell, I guess I could just tell you the name of the show because we're going to start doing it pretty soon. The name of the show is going to be called The Big Thing. And basically, it's going to be throughout that. We're going to guarantee you that we're going to hit at least one topic inside of the big news of the day. Now, whether that is a review of a movie, whether that is an episode spoiler of a podcast, whether it is about fucking aliens. The name of the show's story is we're going to guarantee you that you're going to have whatever the big thing is for that day. We will cover it. We might cover more than that, but we're going to guarantee you're going to get at least one topic on the big thing of the day. That's what the show is going to be. That's the morning show. It's going to be called The Big Thing, and it's going to be on every day. But we're going to start to implement that, I think, once a week, starting in the next couple of weeks, to get people used to it, right? And then the plan is to hopefully by August, because I also want to make this clear. I'm definitely going to be on the Goofball every week. I'm going to try to be on the Big Thing show at least to start 3 or 4 times a week. That's the goal. But eventually, once we try to get into a studio and do all these things, the idea of the big thing show would be to be able to, somebody else can host and for 1 or 2 episodes, and I could do at least 2 or 3 a week. So anyway, there's a lot of planning going into it. Also, Queefer Sutherland asked about the interaction on stereo. Would love having maybe do a monthly stereo show on the Goofball Show as a way to interact. Just a suggestion. Also, feel like the people need to know more about the new format more. I'm telling more about it, and that's the thing is that where if the ways to really help and to people always ask, how do I help? What can I do if I can't send in a Schmoebot, if I can't send in donations, if I just don't have the money right now? Because people will say that's fair. I don't have the money right now. I can't do it. So sorry, you have my view. Well, do me a favor and subscribe to the audio feed for Goofballs. Subscribe to the audio feed and download the episodes. That is helpful. If you can do that, if we bring laughs to you on this show or any show, that is helpful. Do that.
It's also really helpful if you buy Den merch.
Yes, that is true. Also, Liz,
just specifically Den.
Just the Den. Liz Gaska says, I love the Goofball Show today. As a fan of the way the show is run currently, I did not think I would like it as much as I did. But you won me over. You're both hilarious. It made me laugh while having to do boring stuff at work. So thank you for that. That is the goal of the Goofball Show. It is for, like, when Brett and I are just having conversations normally, when it's the two of us, we crack each other up and we say, let's just put that on air. And that's what we did. We just had conversations for a little over an hour and like 10 minutes. And that's what we're going to do. It is not the big thing show where I'm not going to guarantee you we're going to talk. Like, I title those episodes after we finish our show. Because we're like, Brett and I, at the end of the episode, looked at each other and said, what should we call it? Well, we talked about aliens. Yeah, we did that. We talked about the Ultimate Warrior and bears. So let's do bears, aliens, and the Ultimate Warrior. Perfect. And that's our show. So it's perfect. So please go and check all that stuff. And the other thing that you need to check out, which is incredible, and I was so excited when I heard that they were back, is Native. Don't stink. Sometimes it rains on your birthday. Sometimes the line for coffee wraps around the building. Sometimes gas goes up 10 cents. Sometimes life stinks. You know what the good news is? You don't have to stink. Native has your back. I rave about Native. I rave about it because I love it. I love it. Native cares about your products that you put on your body. They're about stopping that stink right away and the right way. That's the Native difference. You probably already know about Native's legendary aluminum-free deodorant. And if you tried their body wash, which is fantastic, toothpaste, haven't tried that yet, going to try it soon, or their brand new mineral-based sunscreen. Yes. Native now has a broad spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen for your face and your body. It's lightweight, it absorbs quickly, and you can choose between uncensored or coconut and pineapple. Native's on a mission to overhaul your entire hygiene routine by putting the care in self-care with products carefully made to work against odor that are made with simple ingredients and smell great. You can get their deodorant and body wash in amazing scents like coconut and vanilla. I have that one. I love it. Citrus and herbal musk, lavender and rose, and more. You can even build your own personal product bundles, mix and match 3 of your favorite scents, and keep them on rotation so you have something for every occasion. You got to stay fresh, you stay clean with Native, and you go to nativedeo.com/SENLive or use the promo code SENLive at checkout, and you get 25% of your first order. That's nativedeo.com/SENLive. Use the promo code SENLive at checkout for 20% of your first order. Don't mess around, man. I'm telling you, don't get that. I used to get the crappy aluminum one deodorants all the time. And I'm like, yeah, it's the only thing that works. The aluminum-free ones, they don't work. This works, and you smell wonderful. It's like it's really good. Kate, you love it too.
I love it. I've got it right here. I love it. I've been there. Boom. It's funny. I started with them years when they first came out. It was like subscriptions were just becoming a thing, but I was like, oh, a $3 subscription or a 3 bundle, whatever. And you can mix and match your scents, and I've loved it ever since. And then they always have special editions. This is the Jungalow.
Love it.
Love it.
Love
it.
Love it. I got it for the kids. I just need to get them to put it on regularly. If I can get them to put it on, it works great. If not, they smell like onions.
All right, so let's move on.
I also got that Quip gum. Look at that.
Oh, whoa! Click it.
That's right.
Oh,
Okay.
ran out.
I want to go. I want to look over to. Let's see if we had any other Schmobots come in while we were. Yeah, we did. Somebody did donate, so we got some more. Thank you, guys. We're at 350 right now.
Hey.
Hopefully, we're trying to get to 400 by the end of the show. So let's get some more. Let's get some more. Here we go. So Travis Gilbert said, "This is just for Malcolm's sanity. As an IT guy, I feel your pain right now. Have you tried blowing on it and plugging it back in?"
They can't see Malcolm, right?
No, they can't see him. But
Okay, so Malcolm is going through a lot of he's in a Greek play. He's there's keening, there's cursing the sky, there's beating chests.
And he never look. And he's done, and he hasn't had a lot of these moments since he's joined the show. And at least you go back to Great RB3 and Ryan, and they've certainly run into these problems before. I mean, hell, shit, Cody had to deal with this stuff all the time on Collider Live. It happens, and he'll figure it out. It's just today, and you guys have been great. So we're reading them out. We're having some fun, and we're trying it. So Carol also says, giving a little more extra help out today. Thank you for the Mad Hatter impression. I was dying. Thank you. If it's only audio, how will the audience see Kate's lovely? That's not what I meant as far as audio. I'm sorry, I was not clear. That's Yiddish for face for all the Gentiles out there. What I was saying is get rid of the after show, and because if we're gonna just probably, the risk would be to go and just try to do the show where we would rely on trying to get audio subscribers, still running the show the way we do for Goofball, right? But the thing is, it would be a risk. You basically have a year to make it work. Because if you don't get people to subscribe and download those episodes, and we've with the after show and the live show, we have about a year to make sure that this works. So again, if we can get a few more Schmobots kind of coming in today, that would be great. This is what we have to do in order to try to. I am determined to make this plan work, because I know the kind of comedy and the kind of content we're going to get out of these shows coming up from the big topics, from the big thing and from Goofballs. I know what we're going to get. You guys are going to love these fucking shows. So if it's us coming into this show, doing impressions, doing these things, it's going to be way worth it. Here is
Kristian. Sorry, who was it that really likes my face?
Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
Yoshimitsu. Hi, everyone. Love the Goofball show and SENLive. I'd like to hear Arnold and the Flirtenflaus arguing over who has the more famous accent. Then Bruno, as played by Alex, interrupts them to remind everyone that he's the OG. All right.
Oh.
Hey, the Flirten. I got to talk to you. I need to have a conversation.
Was ist los?
Now, I appreciate the tickets that you gave me. It was wonderful. Front row was nice. However, even though I had to pay $300 for them, didn't like that. However, I heard this crowd and they're saying, "Oh, listen to him. He sounds nice, like his accent." And I said, it's not as good as mine." And they said, "You're right. Yours is much better. When you got the flexing, you're showing people who you are." And he still has not done that. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, of course, my accent is better because it's very consistent. It's authentic German.
Yes.
I never slip into other accents. It always stays the same, and you can tell exactly where I'm from. So that's what you need to do. You can't be all over the place with your accents, or people will be confused.
Speaking of being all over the place with accents, it is me, Bruno, and I'm looking fabulous today. I am the OG of accents, so you guys can suck it.
See, he sounds like Paddington.
He kind of does. It's like a little let me hug
Paddington is such a cute little baby boy.
you. Can I ask you a question?
What do you want to ask me?
Do you like milk?
Milk is my favorite drink.
Here's the next one. Jameson Bagnuda. You are so right about that bear video. As an almost 40-year-old myself, I look at it and say, does she not have a hose? I mean, again, 17. You don't think, you just do. You just do. Bojax.
Paddington? That was on the fence?
Yeah, you got to see the video. It's Bojax. SENLive is great, and I don't think you're doing anything wrong. I think some reasons for light days could be if a person donated on Monday, they might be not able to donate again until the week because they're trying to support other shows. Do you think an SENLive show twice a week, like Monday and Friday, might work better as getting donations? That way, on days you might get 800 each day. As the show grows, then maybe add more days. Just throwing ideas out there. Well, look, the thing is, like I said, when this show is on 2 hours a day and we're doing the donations, it for the week total, it adds to everything we're trying to do to grow the network out. I am cutting, when we do this new format, I am cutting 5 hours out of those donations. So I am very aware that it's going to significantly drop what it is making. I'm taking the risk to try to pick that up in audio and try to pick that up through people subscribing to podcasts. So even if you don't, well, I listen to it on YouTube, I'm not going to subscribe on podcast. This is how you help us, by subscribing to that podcast feed, the SENLive podcast feed and the Goofball Show. Subscribe to those feeds and download the episodes. And I did listen back to the Goofball Show last week. It plays very well on podcast form. All right, let's see if anybody is able to help in the last couple minutes here. We're just trying to hit the 400 goal. We're at 351, hoping we can hit that before we jump out. But Kate, have you the answer is no, but have you listened to the Goofball Show yet?
No.
Would you want to be on the Goofball Show?
I would love to be on the Goofball Show.
Of course. Even though you don't know, what if we were just saying terrible things? You still want to be on it, right?
Yeah. I would love to. Listen, there's no such thing as bad press. You know?
Where did I just see it? Oh, I saw that recently with somebody.
I also do think I have a babysitter, by the way, for the summer.
Oh,
I do think I have childcare.
Kate, I got really good news for you also, though. Starting in worst news for Brett, but good news for you. If we you might not have to drive that far in 2022.
Okay, but 2022. The bad news for me is that 2022 is still pretty far away.
That's true. That's true. It's only like 6 months away.
That's wild. You're right. It is only 6 months away.
It's only 6 months away.
Feels like good news. So, yeah. Brett, you've got 6 months left of good news. I've got 6 months left of bad news. And then we'll switch in 2022. Yeah. Your bad news will be my good news.
Yep, but it'll still be fun.
Dude, I'm excited. That's fantastic news.
Yes, it should be. Hoping, crossing fingers. We'll see. Anything else that we should be talking about?
Bojack's donated $20. I also like Kate's face. All the women on SEN are talented and beautiful, but Kate's the one that does it for me.
Hey!
I like how you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look.
Have you seen Steph? Sir, have you seen Steph? you might want to check Steph out.
Have you been on the World Girl Show?
Yes, on St. Patrick's Day they had me on.
Digitally or in
digitally? No, just digitally. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you guys done the? You know, for the first.
I've never seen Steph in person.
The first time ever. That is not true. What I was about to say. The first time in a long time, I went to Baja Fresh yesterday.
Oh.
I haven't been to all the Baja Freshes are closed.
Are closed. I didn't know they still existed.
There's one left, and I went to it yesterday, and I had a burrito ultimo chicken. It's delicious. I just sat in my car like a fucking slob, just eating my burrito like a bear in the woods, or like a lion that just like ate a zebra. I was chewing on this thing like I was chewing on a leg, and it was glorious.
A bear on a fence and some 17-year-old big pish meal.
That's what happened. I was in the middle of eating the burrito, and a 16-year-old kid just shoulder blocked me into the outside of the car, and I fell.
In college, my boyfriend and I were sitting in the dining hall and eating, and my friends were like at a table nearby, and I walked over and I was like, "What's up?" And they're like, "You two are disgusting."
Wait,
I was like, "What?" Our friends had been watching me and my boy. They're like, "Why? What is wrong with you two? Why do you both eat like that?" And I was like, "What?" And ever since then, I realized I do have no decorum when eating. I'm just like, get it in as fast as I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a real lady.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens, and well, you're also a mother of two, and
now I am. In college, I wasn't.
Yeah, but you knew what was coming.
Yeah.
This
is a skill I better practice: eating quickly and discuss.
Right. Absolutely right. Okay, before we jump to make sure you check out the Goofball Show. It's on this channel now, and download it. on podcast form, wherever podcasts are found.
Can I just say the match that aired yesterday, was that was that patron only?
No,
Or
it
is
was
that-
Ace and Harper. It's up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up now.
So I can say it?
People can talk. People, I mean, well, I wouldn't spoil it, but I would talk
I'm
about.
just saying.
Yeah.
Accepting all compliments over at Katest Mom Ever.
It's a great match. You guys should watch that match if you haven't seen that match. That's a good one. We got the big match, the two big matches on Friday night in pay-per-view. It's going to be Ethan Irwin versus Oyama. And if you want to call that an undercard, it's really a double main event. And then John Roca versus Ben Bateman in the main event, which is going to be nuts. Like both of those is going to be really good. So, all right, I'm going to check real quick. I'm going to see I'm trying to end the day here we're at 371.
Ooh,
I'm not ending this show. I don't care if you guys all jump out. I'm not ending it until we hit 400. I'm not ending it.
I owe you money. I owe you time anyway.
A new guy donated $50. I enjoy the current format, but I'm sure I'll grow to like the new format as well. Anyway, here's money.
Thank you so much, new guy. Yeah, I think I think people are gonna like I said, what we're gonna do is the first thing, and I don't want to start pushing you guys over to the new channel yet. I know what it's gonna be. The new channel is gonna be the Schmoedown Clips channel. What that is right now, we're gonna just revamp and facelift that whole channel, and that whole channel is going to be the SENLive channel, right? But I don't want to start pushing people there until we have a date to say, okay, go over there. If you want to subscribe to it now, you should, because that's ultimately where it's going to air and land. So you should go over there and check that out. But it's in the beginning stages of all this stuff. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty pumped for it. But Kate, should me and you, Malcolm, how much time do you have, buddy? So you know what?
I'm good.
You know what? I refuse.
I got forever.
Refuse to get off the air. And Brett or Alex, you guys need to jump. I understand. But Kate and I will stay on. We're at 431. We're going to stay on until 500.
I will not go anywhere.
Anyway, we're going to be here until like 4 a.m. So we're trying to get.
At some point, I'm just going to send the money in.
That's right. We're trying to get to 500. 431 right now, and if we can get to 500, that will be for an hour show. I will be very happy. I mean, shit, I'm pretty for the fact that it's for an hour show. Like that's what I'm gonna aim for. If we hit 400, and for the after shows, when we get this plan in place, I think it's a good strategy if we can get the audio listeners. For the audio listeners.
Kristian has not taken off the hat he's wearing in 7 days.
It's true. Ellis said to me yesterday, we filmed the match, and Ellis was like, "You still going with that hat, huh?" I said, "I can't find my other one."
We got a stream live from Daniel Medina saying, "Congrats on 400 episodes."
Thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.
Very nice.
Congrats on being back at work.
Yes, a lot of people are back.
No, it's great.
That was nice. Thank you, Daniel. So we have a lot of people that are.
Yes.
Yeah. So what did you?
Brett, you remembered?
I did.
How many people? And we'll look in the chat room here too. How many people? People are asking about FCL. FCL is gonna move to this channel, and I think that what we're gonna do. So right now we have like if for pay-per-views, for example, Roca and Bateman and Irwin and Oyama. As of right now, it'll still stay the same. Those matches will go to patrons first, and then a week from tomorrow, or excuse me, a week from Saturday, those matches would air on the YouTube channel. But with the new format and everything too, those matches would then air on the following Monday and Tuesday, and the FCL will live there on the weekend. So that way we'll have. It's very similar to like what the WWE does. They air NXT content, so it's Schmoedown adjacent. So we figured it makes more sense to live there. So that's what will happen. So yeah, that's it. Cool, appreciate it, love it. All right, so, yeah, go ahead, Kate.
The other day, I for the Brett and Kate show where Brett wasn't on it. Hey, Kristian, are you ever available to do the Brett and Kate show when Brett's not on it?
The answer to that is yes. It's just a matter of when.
Okay. Well, Lydia's famous now and just keeps booking things. And then I have to keep scrambling. But anyway, we went through my movie poster and the people that were with me, our friends, picked out a movie for me to start watching, and I put it on low in the background. It was Gladiator.
Oh, nice.
I'd never seen it before.
Which one?
Just Gladiator, Russell Crowe. Hey, it's Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Russell Crowe. You guys, that's
great.
a pretty good movie.
Great movie.
It's a pretty good movie, guys.
Great movie.
I wish I would have paid more attention during. But there's a lot of horse carnage in that.
Yeah, there is. I get jealous though, people who miss like great movies that everyone's seen, that you see it for the first time. Like I wish I had a movie that everyone keeps telling me to see that I've never seen. That's supposed to be great.
yeah.
It'd be nice if I have something like that.
And
Oh man,
were you on the show when I admitted that I did not know about the big spoiler in book 6 of Harry Potter? Nobody had ever ruined it for me.
No.
Never found.
Remember which one it was?
It's the one where somebody very important gets killed.
Oh yes.
I had no idea,
You
and
saw
everybody
that-
was like,
You saw that movie?
"Wild." No, when I was reading the book to Neill, I actually started crying, and he was
wow.
like, "Mama, it's just a book." And I was like, "Isn't that amazing about books that they can make you feel big feelings?" And he was like, "Mama, this is freaking me out." Basically.
So
Anyway.
Bojack. So is Malcolm? Did you send that to me so I could read it? Cool. Bojack's donated $5 and said, "I have seen Steph, and I said what I said. You're the Kate."
See, take the compliment, Kate.
All right, I'll take it.
Eat it.
But honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I meet Steph in person for the first time.
Give her a hug and a kiss.
Truly, but also like I just want to check out that ass to waist ratio
Well, we got a video. We'll get video of you doing that.
because I just don't. It's like that's not real. Is that real? Is that like how does it? It's just like like
Just does it.
Yeah.
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 You're not
Anyway.
gonna get any of us joining
I
this
know.
combo.
Wait, Brett, there was that thing you had said about Steph. Were you? What was that thing that you said about her? Do you want to say it again?
That she's
Kristian, there was the
disgusting.
other thing that you said. Why don't you guys pitch in? Pitch in here. We're all talking about Steph's body. Why are you
yeah.
guys so quiet?
I got something. Dildo Hitler. Okay.
Oh,
Do you guys think that cancel culture is dying off? It seems like Hollywood has calmed down a little bit from canceling people left and right, or will it pick back up again? P.S. I saw you guys live. Can't wait to do it again. Well, we're definitely going to be live, hopefully soon. I don't know, man. It's like I think I'm on a. I think that sometimes you can say that people definitely overreact and do things before hearing, and then there's other times where it's like, well, that was warranted. So it's always I don't believe in the definitive that doesn't exist, and I also don't believe in the thing like everybody's doing this just because. There's justification for things sometimes, and then there's other times where people overreact. So I think it's always case by case, and it's one of those things. So I don't know. I hate the internet. I really do. I can't, even though I'm on it right now. But I think that social media is, and again, I need it for my business to thrive. It is the downfall of society.
Yeah.
It is the way that we talk to each other, the way that we continuously go after each other on, like, Twitter sucks. I use it all the time. It sucks. And people are terrible on Twitter. Really, really bad. And I know I sound like a grouchy old man, but I think that the younger generation really sucks on Twitter because they're just like, I have something to say. Oops, I just broke 3 windows with that rock I threw.
Yeah.
And I didn't even talk to the person about it. And it's like, and it does. It's like people just tweet about shit. Like there's someone in this community that there was something kind of going on, and it's someone who are really, and I'm not calling this person out per se because we had a great conversation about it afterwards, but instead of going to me in conversation about it, just tweets out. And I'm like, what are you doing? Well, I just felt this way. I'm like, yeah, but did you talk to me first? No. And then I talked to him like, oh, well, I didn't see it that way. I'm sorry. And big fan of this person, huge fan of this person. But like I'm just using it as an example because that's what people do these days. And it's just like, it's just fucking terrible. I hate it.
I got to tell you, Kristian, you've been repeatedly somebody who has put yourself out there as like, come to me, talk to me. Like, I feel like I can come to you and talk to you about stuff. I don't ever have to, like, I just feel like you're so reasonable in that way that like anybody who has actually been paying attention when working with you would know that like, I have this issue. I'm going to like, the issue gets solved. You pulled, there was something that I annoyed you with earlier this year. You pulled the trigger immediately and I went straight to you instead of like doing anything else about it. I don't have patience for it myself, honestly.
It's just, I just don't know. It's the conversation has just gone away And people think, well, people aren't hearing my voice, and I have a voice, and these, whether it's 100 people or 1,000 people or whatever, are going to hear me because I'm going to tweet it out. And that's how I'm going to be heard. And it's like, and sometimes it's very effective depending on how it's done. Sometimes but most times people are just fighting with each other and proving a point to someone that either already agrees with them or people who already agree with them. When the other people, you're not going to convince people otherwise that you're already fighting with with a tweet that you didn't, you're just throwing punches. You're not like, yeah.
You say Brett and I also talk about like when people are like, man, I messed up today. And then we're like, and then everybody's like, it's okay that it, like, you don't know what he did. Like that guy maybe raped a baby and you just said it was okay. Like, because that's when you yell into the void. Yeah. And it's your people that are listening, then they're going to always be like, I got you. It's no problem. It's like, no, you don't know what the mess up was.
I'm telling you, Twitter, and I very rarely ever post my thoughts at all on it. I post Schmoedown stuff. And I don't give a shit if I lose. Like, and I've noticed it too. When I stopped tweeting about feelings or going back and forth, and it's just a place where people want to see fights. It's like they want to see fights. When I would respond to people and go after trolls and stuff, I gained followers. I stopped doing it. I just tweet about Schmoedown and other shit, and I lost followers. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. My people who want to be part of what I'm doing and want to follow the things that I'm doing, those are the people who will follow me. People that want to see me scream and yell at and go after people, that is a different person that does not exist anymore. And it doesn't help anybody. So anyway,
I guarantee you open it up for long enough, you are going to see something that's going to make you feel shitty or get you mad. As you're scrolling, it's never like this. Oh my God, I just checked social media and I feel wonderful. Faith in humanity restored.
No, it's just too many people on it. And that's why I always say, like, for the best person in the world that you know has access to Twitter. The worst person in the world has access to Twitter. And they
dildo Hitler, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Kristian Vilstrup says, I just got a rejection for a job when they had 666 applications. I thought that was pretty funny, and it lifted my spirits actually a little bit.
I love that.
It's good. All right, listen.
We also got one from Haunted who said, "Hi all, Kate not wearing glasses is messing with my OCD a bit, so I'm an audio listener today. LOL. Do you all have anything you're a bit OCD about?"
Yep.
Blu-rays. It's the one thing I'm not. Mostly everything else, but like if Blu-rays aren't put back in the case, or if for some reason my wife will take them out of the place, she puts them on top with the thing. I'm like, I'm gonna lose my mind here. I'm like, you cannot do that, because she's so easy. Like everything else is, but with Blu-rays, it's. I'm like, what are you doing? They're gonna skip.
I gotta tell you, have you guys watched this, the Me You Can't See Yet, the Prince Harry Oprah thing about mental health?
Oh, any good?
So first of all, to that, sorry about the glasses. I only use that as the manager, but they are my real glasses, but I just don't have to wear them. They're only for distance. But anyway, the Me You Can't See is this HBO doc, and they highlight different people and different mental health journeys. I didn't understand what OCD really looks like. Like, there's a woman who's a boxer. Has anybody seen this? No. Who will get home and she cleans with Lysol wipes the bottom of her shoes that she wore. And then but then if like one of the shoes touches a part of her arm, then she has to go wash her arm. And then because it's like a feeling of disgust for her. And then she uses a new toothbrush every time she brushes her teeth. But if the toothbrush doesn't feel right in her mouth, she throws it out and gets another one. Yeah. She uses about 10 sponges every shower. She just all of her money goes to and I never understood that, because I feel like we've sort of used it we use it colloquially. What do you have OCD about? Yeah. Yo, OCD looks like a really tough thing, like real OCD. This woman is she's got just garbage bags overflowing with all of these supplies for her trying to clean things and keep things clean.
I shouldn't say nuts, but it's it's I can't understand it, but I also feel empathy, because it's like that's the condition. Bojax, people love nostalgia. Do you think a live 30-minute to an hour Schmoes No Movies review show could bring in donations? Or are you out of doing movie reviews? I'm gonna do them on, like, when it comes to the Big Thing show or Goofballs. It's that if I see something, I'm not like, I got too much going on, man, to be able to like go like when I was just doing the reviews, it was like, okay, my job would be do what I have to do during the day, go to a screening, meet Mark, do the thing. And that was the gig. Like, the gig has changed tremendously. And to be able to also carve out now 2 or 3 nights, maybe 4, to go see movies and review them all the time. And when it comes to like a big movie, if it's like a big massive film, like we'll do some stuff. And I think that everybody's doing separate things now, right? Like Mark's on Schmoedown every week. Ken and Josh and Mark Riley are doing their thing on their channel. So it's everybody's spread out at the moment. But hey, look, I'll tell you where we're at. We just need one more person. One more person could throw in some. We're about $32 away.
Wow. Hey,
$32 away from hitting 500 today and calling it a day. All you got to do is throw in some impression, whatever, and we're $32 away. Somebody throw in a 32. How about it?
We got Damon John in the super chat saying, Kristian, convince Ellis to watch Caddyshack 2. He also says, thoughts on Gyllenhaal's career after Nightcrawler?
Thoughts of him on in that movie?
After his career after Nightcrawler.
I didn't do. I mean, he's still one of the bigger stars, and he pops up and stuff too. But I think I think he got screwed. He didn't get nominated, right?
Nope.
That was so stupid. So stupid.
I think I saw Nightcrawler. Which one's that? He was in a movie called Night Watch too, wasn't it?
Really
Not Night Watch.
End of Watch.
End of Watch. Okay.
Did you never see Nightcrawler, Kate?
No.
You would love that.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay, but if we're going with the Gladiator model, I can't watch it for like 12 years.
Well, this is a really good. It's a really good movie. Like he is. You will watch this movie, and I guarantee you, the first thing you say is, "How did he not get nominated for this film?" It was like one of the biggest snubs, like, of all time.
When was it?
2000, was it 13?
14.
14.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I actually should be watching. Got it.
Watch it. It's great. Renee Russo's in it. It's really
Renee Russo. I feel like I feel like Renee Russo, even though she doesn't meet your typical what you like, Kristian, I feel like you're into Renee Russo.
100%.
She's not your typical, but like I feel like Renee Russo's got that vibe. What'd you say?
Who's my typical?
Oh, I thought that was.
Well, Julia Roberts, but then beyond that, I feel
Notting Hill and Pelican Brief in the last week. I watched that one with I watched Pelican Brief last night. Brett, you ever hear of this movie?
Yeah, the Pelican Brief.
Yeah, it's got this actor in it. His name's Denzel Washington. You ever heard of this guy?
Ah, okay,
Hey.
okay. He's kind of starting out newer guy.
Newer guy. He's been around for a little bit.
Is he the guy that can make just one tear fall at a time?
That's his name. One Tier Washington, they call him back.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
It's also what they called him after he blew a load. One tier.
Are people saying Okja wasn't good? Because
I don't know.
Gyllenhaal was in Okja.
See, do we hit it, Alex? Did we hit it, or we're still waiting?
Still waiting there.
All right. So look, we're just trying to send us off. Send us off. We need one impression. We'll do whatever. We'll have Kate do something funny. We need a $32 donation. Who can do it? Where's PLD when you need him? 32.
Oh, yeah.
And then Alex, I saw your video, man.
Oh, thank you. I was just going to talk about that. Thank you very much. 96,000 from In the Heights.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
excited for.
Did you get 96,000 views?
Hopefully.
Is that the name of the song?
It's the name of the song. Yeah, it's like, what would you do if you won the lottery? So it's an I want song essentially.
Really good.
Yeah, it's a.
Was the lottery $96,000? Because you should have played a better lottery.
Yeah,
in that
that will
community.
cover Tuesday at this house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why, yeah. For them, for the people in that community, it's a lot for them, and so that's why I think it's even more interesting.
I'm kidding. It is a lot. I'm just saying.
Kate, someone said my typical is Zoe Kravitz.
No.
I think she's sexy, but I don't think.
No, I'm not saying you don't like her. No, I
she's
can.
not my typical. Sandra Bullock.
No. Sandra Bullock. Yes.
Yeah.
He
All right, we got it.
likes them. He likes the hair dark, y'all. He likes them brews.
Yeah.
We got it from Bojack's. How are we feeling about the upcoming UFO report? Any revelations or just one big who knows? So never getting that thing watch along, huh?
We are going to get that thing watched along. I promise. I just don't know when. But I will tell you that if this is someone whoever wrote that didn't watch the Goofball show today because we talked about that. We talked about aliens.
I've been me there.
Oh, we did it.
We also
We're over. We hit it.
we are.
Yeah, we did. So we just got two big donations. So that was the first Bojack's and then Soggy Mini Muffins. Miss pulling out my schlong. Gaze at it. Thank you so much, Soggy Mini Muffins. Very
Now
nice.
it is like the first show ever.
Yeah.
Came back. So, all right, listen, guys, this was a good show. It was a fun show. Malcolm, I'll let you off the hook. Poor guy. He's going to try to figure out how to make that Schmo about work tomorrow. But we thank you guys. This is the experiment. Please check out the Goofball show. Please get all those audio things. Thank you so very much. Can't wait to get this plan in motion. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys sooner than later. Peace.